Check. Test. I'm no longer hearing myself. Oh, okay. All right.
He doesn't want to hear you.
Well, who does? I mean, it's hard enough for him to have me sit next to me. Yeah.
Aller. A-L-L-A-R, Aller.
Aller, yep.
Plume, Lemoyne, Colbeck, Ridgeway, Varsho, Holm.
Yeah, Klume is a
Laufenberg. Yeah, you're right. That's a lot easier than the usual.
Yeah. Pokazinski, Archishevsky.
Yeah, the Stevens Point and
yeah. Good evening from the Doghouse at Eau Claire North High School. Zaleski Sports presents girls high school basketball in a non-conference matchup tonight between the Marshfield Tigers and the Eau Claire North Huskies. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined here in the Doghouse by Margs. Good to see you again. Always exciting when it's a new season. Looking forward to many girls and boys basketball games, as well as some hockey games on Zaleski Sports this winter. But we start tonight here in the Doghouse with the Eau Claire North Club. Second year for head coach Deb Peterson. She's got a lot of talented returners back for their senior seasons.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. It's her second season as the head coach. She had a full season to implement her offense and defense. And now, you said it right on, they've got 8 returners back from last year's team and all their leading scorers. So they are really looking to make big strides and maybe even push themselves a little bit better this year than they did last year. And I see no reason why not. This team is definitely loaded. And again, they're led by that senior, Ellie O'Keefe. And you and I had a chance to talk about this off the air. Probably one of the best shooters in the state. She comes in with an 18.5 average last year as a junior. So with her, and now they get Buschendorf back. They lost her at about the 4th game last year and lost her this season. So they're not only going to be, more mature, they're going to be better.
They finished 10-16, did the Huskies last year overall. 4-10, good for sixth place in the BRC. But there were certain times against certain teams when they had that favorable matchup. They were a tough out. And you touched on Ellie O'Keefe, leading scorer, returning, but you throw in Adeline Shepler. She went off for 8.2 points per game last year. Haley Lavoie scored right around 5 points, as did Ava O'Keefe, Ellie's twin sister. So they have a lot of scoring punch. And you mentioned Hope Buschendorf at 5'10". She gives them a post presence, an athletic player, good on the boards. Again, they've got those elements. The question is, how quickly can that group come together and take that jump from last year to this year?
Yeah, you're right. And that starts tonight. You got a very good Marshfield team, 17 wins last season. So it'll be just a nice test right out of the gate. They get them on their home floor. They get their experience going. And it'll be a great learning curve tonight to see how far they can progress.
Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Play It Again Sports. Buy, trade in, or trade up. Get ready for your season at Play It Again Sports on Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. You mentioned the Marshfield Tigers, Spargs. 17-8 overall last season. That included a 17-point win at home versus Eau Claire North. Tigers went 11-1, tied for first place in the Wisconsin Valley with Stevens Point last year. They did graduate a lot of key players. But one person who's back is the head coach, and that's Heidi Michaels, who this is her 18th year total as a head coach at Marshfield High School. Coached for 17 consecutive years, took a couple teams to state, stepped away for 6 years, but came back this year. She brings a lot of experience and a lot of familiarity with this program to that bench.
Yeah, she sure does. And even the girls, she's a supposedly first-year coach back again, but the girls are all familiar with her. They know what she does. They're familiar with her. So I think it'll be a very easy transition. And like you said, 17 years and done just a great job at that program during that time. So a lot of respect on the bench right there. And the girls, I'm sure, are excited to play for her.
Leading returning scorer for the Tigers is Zadie Kolbeck. She averaged just under 10 points per game last year as a junior. Mackenzie Holm, who's a senior this year, averaged 5 points per game last year, as did Heidi Klum, who is a 5'9 junior. Klum, 50% three-point shooting, although that was 9 of 18, so it's not a huge sample size. But I think you touched on it, Spargs, that for Eau Claire North, this is a chance to kind of make that statement to say, all right, last year's last year. We're a better team, and now this is our first opportunity to show it with the lights on and fans in the stands.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity, like you said. This Marshfield team was 11-1 in their conference, and North, down middle to the bottom pack. All of a sudden, you come out a brand new season on your home floor, and you got an opportunity to knock them off the first game of the year. It'll make a statement, absolutely, in the Big Rivers.
Speaking of new looks, how about the improvements here at the Doghouse? New bleachers, some new paint. It's just, there's a lot going on here at the school. They're adding a weight room just off to our north, essentially behind us as we look down at the court. The new football stadium is coming along nicely. It's, both high schools, Memorial and North, lots going on in those two schools. Huskies and Tigers. We're glad you're with us here on Zaleski Sports. We got room for you if you're in Eau Claire looking for something to do. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy the action tonight on Zaleski Sports, our first Eau Claire sports broadcast of the winter season. And as we said, much more to come over the coming months. Right now, our national anthem from here in the Doghouse. Huskies and Tigers getting set to tip it off from here at the Doghouse. Marshfield Tigers wearing their black jerseys with the orange lettering, orange numerals. Eau Claire North Huskies in their home whites. Blue and black numbers and blue and black trim.
Tigers are led by Heidi Michaels and your Huskies by Miss Debbie Peterson. Tonight's officials are Nick Weisenbeck, Tyler Schroyer, and Garrett Larson.
Herrick & Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. Sparks, keys to the game. First for the Huskies.
Well, the Huskies are such good shooters. They've just got to take care of the basketball, right? First game of the year, your biggest concern is turnovers. So if the Huskies can just take care of the basketball and get their looks, they're going to be just fine.
And for Marshfield, I'm thinking just going to hang around a little bit. You know, you've got a lot of players that are stepping into roles. Just kind of stay in it and then see if you can make your run a little bit later.
That's the key, isn't it? Like we said, like they don't have their leading scorer back. Who's going to fill that void? You know, who's going to be the person they go to for the points?
Kolbeck swings it. Far side to Katzenberger. Here's Kolbeck. Working it inside, but Haley Klum called in the travel. So the first turnover of the game.
Little shuffle
against the Tigers.
Yeah, a little shuffle there. She got that entry pass. But a good move after that, so.
Haley O'Keefe starts the offense, swings it far side to Haley Lavoie. Up top, this is Adeline Shepler. Got Ford posting up. Ford on the kick out. Here's Sikora. Now Lavoie for three. And that's how the season starts for the Eau Claire North Huskies.
Yeah, look for the Huskies to shoot the three ball. That is one of their strengths.
Sparks and I totally agree with the point you made in the pregame about how everybody is more familiar with the coaching style of Deb Peterson, the stuff that they run, and with so many players back, that's got to be an advantage for the Huskies.
Yeah, just a comfort level, right? Coming right into the season, you just take off from last year. Good job by Desiree Ford right there with the help defense tying it up.
3-0. Huskies in the early going here from the Doghouse. O'Keefe swings it near side. Here's Sikora. A little contact along the baseline. They get it back up top. Ellie O'Keefe will launch. That rims out. Tipped out of bounds. They say last touch by the Tigers.
Yeah, look for the Huskies to really spread the offense. They're going to go three guards out and then look to drive and penetrate and then kick to their partners on the perimeter for that three look. And if that's taken away, then they're going to look to dump it inside to one of their posts.
Haley Lavoie inbounds to Ellie O'Keefe. Now up top. Here's Sikora on the drive. Knocked away Mackenzie Holm. Tigers back the other way. Emma Ridgway swings it up top. Mackenzie Holm will launch from distance. Offensive rebound and an extra pass. Finish by Haley Klum.
Yeah, great look inside, dropping it off that easy layup.
Here's Ford knocking one down. Desi Ford into the scoring column. Huskies by 3. Couple minutes into this one. Kolbeck, near side Katzenberger. Here's Klum, guarded by Ellie O'Keefe.
Marshfield run a little bit of that flex offense, that old school. Looking at a lot of those back screens and down screens.
Ford came on the help side defense, but is whistled for the foul. First foul on Ford and first foul assessed on the Huskies this half.
Oh, great inbounds play.
Haley Klum knocks down the bucket, pulls her team within one, and a turnover by the Huskies, and they will sub in Ellie Jacobs, number 20. Dribble handoff. Here's Holm in the corner. Now a kick out, three-pointer on the way. That's no good. That was Mackenzie Holm. Had a good look at it. Just didn't get the roll.
Good rebound inside, ties it up, and it'll stay now with the Tigers.
Be interested to see the North substitution patterns. We talked about Hope Buschendorf, not in the starting lineup today. We would expect her, and right on cue, she bounces up, and she's at the scorer's table getting ready to check in.
And checking in with is Ava O'Keefe, who that was her role last year, was always coming off the bench and adding a little firepower. And here they come right now.
Kolbeck had a decent look at a three, but that didn't go. Ava O'Keefe, number 3 in, and Hope Buschendorf, number 4. Number of these Huskies multi-sport athletes, volleyball and basketball. Thinking of the O'Keefes and Buschendorf. And knocked away, Ava O'Keefe. Tried to get it back to her sister, but that pass goes awry. Klum back the other way. Here's Kolbeck. Open look on the extra pass. Katzenberger. That won't go down. Ava O'Keefe, the rebound, gives to Ellie O'Keefe. Jacobs back to Ellie O'Keefe. Ava O'Keefe, the left-handed three-pointer. That caromed up and got a little bit of the clock, so out of bounds. Tigers basketball.
Real good movement, though, for that North Husky offense. Again, spreading the floor. That drive and penetrate, trying to kick out for that three.
Yeah, good passing early on by both teams. Holm couldn't finish on that break. Nice diagonal pass to set her up, but she was kind of a little too far underneath the basket.
Yeah, it looks like Marshfield really wants to get up and down. They're going to exit that outlet pass and really try to push the tempo to see if they can get early looks in their offense.
Yeah, and I think both teams are looking to do that. Both teams look pretty crisp early on. Of course, I say that, and ball gets knocked away. 3-on-2 for the Tigers. Taking it strong inside is Katzenberger. She got it blocked.
Ellie Jacobs on the block right there as she went out of the hole.
Shepler back in for Eau Claire North. Ellie O'Keefe will sit, which I'm guessing will be for a brief time. Kolbeck to throw it in for the Tigers. Up top, Klum. Can't connect. And it's Huskies basketball with 14 minutes, 1 second remaining.
Checking in for the Tigers, number 3,
Gracie Ridgway in for Marshfield. So each team with a set of twins. The Ridgways for Marshfield, the O'Keefes for the Huskies. Back cut, Ava O'Keefe in the finish.
Great back cut, and Sikora finding her with a great pass.
7-4 Huskies here in the first half. North really extending their defense. And with that, Heidi Michaels will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and let you know that Ridgetop Exteriors, just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. So after that timeout, Tigers maintain possession. They get it into Zadie Kolbeck. Started up top by Lavoie. Here's Gracie Ridgway inside to Kolbeck. Swing it far side. Klum, contact, offensive foul.
Again, Desiree Ford doing a nice job from that help side. Second time tonight that she's come over and really done a nice job at the help. The other time she tied it up, and that time she draws the charge.
First foul on Klum. Huskies with the basketball up by 3.
I do like Haley Klum's aggressiveness inside, though. That's what she has to do. She has to be able to score the basketball.
Yeah, she's taken it strong to the hoop several times. Here's Ford, high post. I think they were trying to look for that high-low. Now they get it inside to Buschendorf. Kick out to Shepler, and that one winds up out of bounds.
And every North player off the bench is yelling at Buschendorf to shoot it. She did a great job of that drop step, but I think she got just a little too deep. And then she kicked it out, and they were all yelling for her to put that up and in.
Yeah, she goes straight up. You know, no guarantee she's going to make the shot, but good chance she might get fouled.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inside to Klum, who gets rejected. There's Buschendorf playing the D.
Yeah, another block now right here. That's the second one for the Huskies.
There's a couple good athletes matching up there with Buschendorf and Klum. Be a fun matchup to follow all night. On the near side, here's Holm. A little extra hop there by Gracie Ridgway, and she's called in the travel.
Yeah, that's the one thing early. There hasn't been a lot of turnovers by either team. They've done a pretty good job so far starting out the game of taking care of the basketball.
Ellie O'Keefe back in. That's her with the basketball. Brings it in the front court. Ford back to O'Keefe. Good defense by Gracie Ridgway on O'Keefe, knowing that O'Keefe's a shooter. Oh, good slip inside, and Buschendorf with the finish.
Yeah, nice little backdoor cut. Great job by Lavoie finding her.
Launching from the outside is Emma Ridgway. Buschendorf the rebound. Here comes Lavoie. Shepler.
Oh,
ooh,
good move. Finish.
Couldn't finish. Tigers in transition. Now they will hold it up.
Yeah, good job holding up. Didn't have the numbers.
Kolbeck, pull-up jumper, goes glass for 2.
Yeah, pretty move. Hit the paint, just pull up that little jumper in the bank. Excellent shot.
O'Keefe on the baseline. Shepler, 3, no good. Ford had a hand on it, but was last to touch it, so the Tigers will have the basketball. Subs in for both teams. Alyssa Mantuffel in for North. So Devin Lemoyne is in for Marshfield. Her first action of the night. Katzenberger back in as well. Kolbeck on the kick. Holmes swings it near side. Here's Lemoyne just into the ball game. Kolbeck passes on the 3, takes it inside.
She got fouled.
Got the foul.
Nice little move inside there. Did a little step through. Got fouled going up.
It's a shooting foul. It goes on Desiree Ford. That is her second. Zadie Kolbeck, the 5'4" senior, at the line. One of 2 at the line. Huskies with the basketball up 2. They loop it down court. Mantuffel shuffled the feet.
North's going to back off that full court press now. Just pick it up on the half.
Here's Holm, swings it up top, Ridgway. Back up top, here's Colbeck, gets in the lane, picks up the dribble, but gets it back outside. Holm from behind the arc, that's no good. Battle for the rebound, Tigers have it. And a foul on the Huskies. Adeline Shepler will pick up the foul. It's her first, team's third. Haley Klum back in for the Tigers, who trail by 2 as we approach the midpoint of this first half. Knocked away by the Huskies. North running ahead. O'Keefe to the lane.
Oh, they're going to save it for the basket.
Some of the North varsity boys players in front of us were looking for that continuation. But
yeah, they wanted the and one, no doubt.
Yeah, you got to get to the NBA or WNBA before you're going to get
Give you
the
a couple
continuation
more steps, yeah.
like that. But that's again, good job by North getting the basketball up quickly, and O'Keefe so dynamic. She's added a lot to her game. I mean, she's always known for that three-point shooting, but worked a ton on her ball handling. There's 4 misfires there. Had a good look. Just came up a bit short. But, yeah, a good ball handler, good passer. She's just more of an all-around player. Turnover by the Tigers will give it back to the Huskies. Hope Buschendorf, Ava O'Keefe back in. Andy Sikora, the senior, back in as well for North. Ellie O'Keefe, Hope Buschendorf. She'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Great job by Ellie O'Keefe, though. She made a nice move for that inbounds pass and looked underneath the hoop, found Buschendorf wide open.
Sparks for both teams. This does not look like a first game of the regular season. They look pretty crisp.
Call, yeah.
They look pretty sharp. Maybe the shooting isn't. They're not. Neither team is burning up the nets. But as far as the cutting, the passing, the defense, yeah, this looks like a mid-season game.
Yeah, well, we talked about coming into it, how experienced they had. They had a lot of players coming back, a lot of seniors on both squads. Both of them had 8 players returning from last year's team. So you can tell, right, the way they're playing right away the first game of the year.
Buschendorf will probably tell us afterwards she planned that.
She called the bank,
yep.
No doubt about it.
Yep, had that all the way. Huskies by 3. Just over 10 minutes to go, and it's been an interesting first half. Well played by both teams. Holm on the wing. Good close out by Ava O'Keefe. Huskies playing a little zone now, and Mackenzie Holm knocks down the three-pointer, and we are tied 10 apiece.
Yeah, that's the first 3 of the night for Marshfield.
Shepler to Ava O'Keefe.
A little short. Yeah.
So now Katzenberger trying to give the Tigers her first lead of the game. Open look, Mackenzie Holm heating up.
I guess, back to back. Good looks from the corner.
Tigers take the lead for the first time. O'Keefe, Buschendorf. They're going to get Buschendorf on the travel. Caught the ball in traffic. Good defense that time by the Tigers to get a hand on the ball, and Buschendorf moved the feet.
And the Huskies keep subbing quite a bit there now. They're trying to keep, bodies fresh first game of the year like this. It's good to get as many players in as soon as possible.
Yeah, you look at that Marshfield bench, and the Tigers only have 4 other players in uniform that aren't on the court right now. Good look that time by Holm. Couldn't finish that time. Ford the rebound. Cross-court pass, though, gets picked off, and then Huskies commit the foul on Zadie Colbeck.
Yeah, Ellie O'Keefe got her from behind there on that interception. North trying to run that post route on that fast break. Got picked off.
Throwing it in is Ellie Aller. Gets it to Colbeck in the backcourt. Knocked away. Look at O'Keefe getting after it. They keep it alive, do the Tigers. Here's Aller for three. That's short. Ball caroms around. Katzenberger has it. Nearly threw it into the backcourt, right in the hands of Buschendorf. Buschendorf, O'Keefe. Three-pointer, yes!
There's that pretty little step back. She found herself inside the arc, did the old step back, and knocks it down.
Yeah, let the defender fly by, step back. Three-pointer, we're back to even, 13 apiece. Holm with it. Here's Kolbeck. Holm again, guarded by Ford. Holm will launch. That's off.
But fouled it.
Battle for the rebound. A couple offensive rebounds for the Tigers on that possession, and then they throw it away. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated, and has been a family tradition for more than 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's. Conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue, Eau Claire. Ellie O'Keefe on the drive, the kick out. Jacobs tried to get it to Ford, and
just a little too high.
Huskies turn it right back over to the Tigers. Andy Sikora back in for North. 13-all with 7.5 minutes to go, first half. Glad you're with us on Zaleski Sports, our first winter contest in the Eau Claire area for Zaleski Sports. Glad you're with us. Mackenzie Holm on the drive. Baseline, there's Emma Ridgway.
Nice
finds some
move.
space and finishes.
Yeah, good job by Ridgway getting inside, leaning back, and hitting that jumper. Giving the Tigers the lead again.
Boy, that matchup between the two number ones, Ellie O'Keefe and Mackenzie Holm, that's a fun one. Buschendorf can't finish, and on that scramble, Desiree Ford's going to pick up the foul. So
I think that's her second, if not.
Yeah, that's her third. So
yeah.
she will head out. Adeline Shepler back in for North.
Yeah, it's tough to get those when you're 80 feet away from the other hoop. Just that little cheapie away. Just got to learn to give that up and also back, especially when you've already got two.
So she will likely have to sit for the remainder of the half. Good news for North is they've gone, 4 or 5 deep off the bench already.
Yeah, they've already played 9, so you're right.
Kick out, Emma Ridgway, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ellie Allard of the Tigers. Huskies basketball down by 2. Just over 6.5 to go here from the doghouse. Here's Shepler, bounce pass inside, and a great give and go. Shepler with the finish off a nice feed by Hope Buschendorf. Kolbeck kicks it out. Holm goes down low. Aller knocked away by Ellie O'Keefe. She gets fouled by Mackenzie Holm.
Yeah, Ellie O'Keefe almost baited that pass right there. She knew that was going to come, and she picked it with the correct hand and everything, got the steal, drew the foul.
Ava O'Keefe. Andy Sikora back in for North. Ellie O'Keefe got it.
Yeah, I've been waiting for her to heat up. She's only taken a couple shots. That's her 6th point now on the night.
And a steal. Ava O'Keefe, layup.
Oh,
no good. Well, everybody thought that was going down, including our PA announcer. So we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Back at the doghouse, Huskies leading the Tigers by 3. Tigers have the basketball, having a hard time getting it in, and a heads-up play there by Lauren Katzenberger to throw it off the legs of the Husky defender, Lily Brote.
I was telling you, Bob, during the break, I really liked that timeout called by Coach Michaels. I just felt like you could see the tide turning and North was kind of getting on a run. So a good timeout to settle her team down.
Yeah, and especially because, again, their bench is a little on the thin side.
Oh, just missed a flex cut on the baseline right there.
And that and the fact, and, you know, as well as the teams are playing for a first game of the year, at times both are getting kind of sped up, and they're just going a little too fast and trying to make something happen. And
yeah, trying to make something happen before they've got the ball and got their feet set.
And you know, Sparks, you coached in multiple sports for a long time, and you would rather have people make mistakes being aggressive and going fast. But one of those things that, you know, you want to clear up. Tigers transition, no, put back, yes.
Ridgway on the follow inside.
That was nearly a kicked ball in the front court when the Huskies had it. Huskies swing it. O'Keefe inside, Buschendorf back to Ava O'Keefe. That 3 on the way. No, Ellie O'Keefe, the rebound in the bucket.
Good job by Ellie O'Keefe following that one inside. She might be the smallest player on the floor, one of them, but boy, she rebounds.
Again, just added so much to her game.
That's anticipation right there. She can just see the flight of the ball and anticipate where it's going to come off.
Tigers down by 3 with the basketball.
Ooh,
the skip pass.
Skip pass a little high.
They sailed it over the head of Ridgway. And
yeah, I had the right idea as Ridgway was kind of cutting to the hoop.
Ellie Jacobs, Andy Sikora, and Haley Lavoie back in for the Huskies. So Coach Deb Peterson really mixing and matching in this ball game tonight. Lavoie picks up the dribble up top now. Jacobs. Back to Lavoie. Passes
nice
on the
fake.
3. Takes it all the way down the lane.
Finish.
No good. Gracie Ridgway had the rebound.
Good look there. Little ball fake. Took it down hard to the paint. Just couldn't finish.
Under 4 minutes to go, first half. Holm picks up the dribble. Far side, Emma Ridgway. Kick out, Kolbeck. Gets around a defender and scores.
Real nice drive right there by Kolbeck.
This game has been close pretty much from the get-go. Largest lead was 9-4 in favor of the Huskies. Haley O'Keefe tracks down that loose ball, clears up top to Haley Lavoie. Huskies will reset. O'Keefe goes and gets the ball, gets it to her sister. And the foul is going to go on the Tigers.
Yeah, almost a bad thing for the Huskies right there, because if she doesn't get fouled, that ball was passed off to Ellie O'Keefe for an easy layup.
Gracie Ridgway picks up the foul. That is her first. Each team now with 5 fouls this half. Huskies need to get it in. And on the deflection, we'll see what.
I think initially he was going to call it technical because they thought that she reached over to block that pass. But from here, it did not look that way. It looked like when she threw it, there was space and it was in the air when it was tipped. So I think they're having that discussion. Because I really felt like she did not cross over to make that deflection.
The official Tyler Schroyer is going to chat with Heidi Michaels about what the officials agreed on. And good job by the guys in stripes for getting together. They all had a different angle on that one.
Yeah, I think that's just going to go down to the inadvertent whistle. And so that goes to that jump ball situation.
So Huskies will have it up by 1. Good cut that time by Andy Sikora. Jacobs hesitated just a little bit.
Yeah, and Lemoyne did a great job catching up to that one and tipping it out of bounds.
Huskies still keep it. This is a tough spot to inbound it, though. Right in that corner. And, of course, you know, off the deflection out of bounds, you can't run the baseline like you could after a made bucket. Huskies do get it inbounds. Ellie O'Keefe. Now Andy Sikora into the corner. Lavoie, no good. O'Keefe taps it, but right into the hands of Holm. Mackenzie Holm
good
wanted
defense.
to dump it down low to Emma Ridgway, but the Huskies.
Yeah, Jacobs got back and hustled, knocked that one out of bounds, saved 2 points.
Yeah, it's those little things, Sparks, those little deflections, those hustle plays. I mean, you never know. It could turn out to those 2 points or could be really big down the stretch.
Ooh, Ava O'Keefe
near
on the
steal
reach.
by Ava O'Keefe. But she caught a little bit of the ball handler there.
Just her first on the night.
Lauren Katzenberger back in for Marshfield. Six team fouls on the Huskies, so next North foul will put Marshfield in the bonus. Steal, Ellie O'Keefe, hounded by Holm, and they're going to get Holm on the foul.
And again, drawing the foul before she gets to the hoop. So that'll be out of bounds for the Huskies.
Back in for Marshfield. Time by Katzenberger. Yes, Kolbeck up top. Aller up top, open look for 3. Count it for Zadie Kolbeck.
Yeah, Kolbeck starting to show her shooting in her shooting range here. Like, again, we said she was the leading scorer coming back from last year.
O'Keefe all the way to the lane. Buschendorf had it. Now in the hands of Schepler. O'Keefe, 3. You bet.
Can't leave her open. They lost her in transition right there. She made him pay for it.
Back and forth we go at the doghouse. Here's Katzenberger. Now Aller. Kolbeck has it now. Tigers content to run a little clock here and get a good shot.
And there it is.
There's the back cut, but they overlaid
Couldn't
it.
finish. Yeah, great look inside. Like you said, Bob, being patient, and they got the great look.
Lavoie penetrates. O'Keefe off the glass
great
and
finish.
good.
Hard through the paint and a good finish.
Boy, she's got a motor. Runs the court well.
Absolutely.
And for you said it, you're not the biggest player on the floor. You might be one of the smallest, but she's fearless going to the hoop. Step through inside. Kolbeck will head to the line.
Yeah, and the other thing with Ellie O'Keefe is all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard, and okay, 3 points, 5 points, and then in a blink of an eye or 3 or 4 possessions later, she's already up to 13 points in the first half.
And hasn't forced anything.
Absolutely.
Everything has come in the flow of the game.
Yep, she's been set, like the dishes in, gets the ball back, good looks. She's penetrated and dished off. She's penetrated and finished. Like you said, nothing forced. It all comes with her game.
Kolbeck, 1 or 2. 25-23, Huskies have it with the lead. On the drive is Shepler. And
call a
she
block.
will head to the line.
Aller on the foul there. Her first.
But both teams will be in the bonus the rest of this half. Possession arrow, in case you're wondering, pointing the Tigers' way. Oh, to that trip, Sikora. Buschendorf, the rebound. O'Keefe thought about it. Nice dump
great
down.
dish, and
Buschendorf.
Again, O'Keefe showing off the moves.
Under 30 seconds to go. Huskies have a 4-point lead. Looking for a little separation before the half. Whistle and a foul.
Yeah, that last possession there for the Huskies, you got Buschendorf getting the offensive board after the missed free throw, and then Ellie O'Keefe rewarding her with a great dish off and 2 points for Buschendorf.
So Colbeck steps to the line. Going to cut into this 4-point margin.
Yeah, important for Marshfield tonight to knock down free throws. That should keep them close in this game.
Two of two for Colbeck. 2-point lead for the Huskies. Shepler swings it. Sikora dump it inside. Buschendorf gets the roll.
Good turnaround jumper.
Final seconds, first half. Colbeck trying to get clear. Colbeck in traffic.
Got the foul before the buzzer.
And right before the buzzer, Melissa Mantefel will pick up the foul, and that'll send Colbeck to the line. They're going to put a tenth of a second back on the clock.
I actually think that's just a malfunction of this clock, because if there was any time left at all, they'd have to put people at the line.
Right, and I was kind of wondering that same thing.
We saw that at the end of the JV game. That's how that ended. Oh, and misses both, though. But that'll send us to the half.
All right, it's been an entertaining first half. 29-25 Huskies in the league. Spars, your impressions?
Well, as close as what we thought it was going to be. You know, like you said, the leadership of those seniors, a lot of experience is what's kept us close. A few more turnovers that I'm sure both teams would have liked to have had in that first half. But again, now, you know, Huskies, Ellie O'Keefe, when she gets hot, they are tough. And boy, she found it there late in that first half. She got hot, ended up with 13 in the first half, and helps push that lead out to 4. Marshfield doing a good job sticking around, though, running their offense, getting the defensive board, and then pushing it. And they're trying to get those transition buckets. And it'll be a tight one down to the wire, I got a feeling.
Whether it's skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back for all your sports-related injuries. You can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at ShepkeChiropractic.com. We're at the half. We'll take an extended break. When we return, Dave Sparger and I will have the second half of this one. Eau Claire North Huskies leading the Marshfield Tigers at the break. You're watching Girls High School Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to the Doghouse, Eau Claire North High School. Second half coming up in just a bit. It's the Eau Claire North Huskies 29, Marshfield Tigers 25. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Dom Millay is our producer videographer tonight. Sparks, really interesting first half. We said it several times, for a first game of a regular season, pretty good play overall. Huskies were able to get just a little bit of separation before the break.
Yeah, and the big thing we talked about Marshfield is like, hey, who's going to step up and who's going to be their scorers? They lost their leading scorer from last year's team. She graduated. Who was going to fill that void? And I tell you what, right now, Mackenzie Holm and Zeta Kolbeck have done that in this first half. Holm's got 7, Kolbeck's got 10, and I think that's what Marshfield's finding out tonight, is who are our go-to players in the offense. Those two have stepped up here in the first half.
Sparks, we talked about these two programs, and it's pretty common that the Wisconsin Valley teams in Big Rivers will, especially in the winter sports, will play non-conference games against each other. It's a good gauge of kind of where you're going to match up, and obviously these are teams that are going to wind up in the same sectional, so it's good to have that familiarity. But boy, I tell you, there's been some good rivalry, and there's folks on the north side that still remember the 03-04 season when the Eau Claire North girls basketball team was unbeaten. And this was in the days before seeding, and the site was pre-selected for a sectional final. It just happened to be in Marshfield, in their field house. And the Huskies saw their unbeaten season come to an end. Just a nail-biter of a game. So there's history between these programs, and that was when Heidi Michaels of Marshfield was in one of her, early seasons as a head coach. Tigers have the basketball to start the second half. Going strong to the hoop is Heidi. Check that. Haley Klum. I knew I was going to make that mistake at some point during the game, but
yeah, a real nice set right out of the time, or right at the start of the second half. It almost looked like Marshfield had a play designed to get the ball inside to her, and she made a great post
and
move.
Went right at Desi Ford, who picked up her 4th foul in the process. Now Ford has to sit.
Yeah, and it was a pretty obvious foul, too. She didn't leg it, but she definitely reached across that she made the move, and pretty easy call there. Unfortunately, that does pick up her 4th early here in the second half.
Yeah, and again, Ford is going to have to sit. She had to sit probably about the last 6+ minutes.
But unable to make either free throw. Again, we talked about that. Marshfield has got to make those to keep close.
O'Keefe to Buschendorf, but
Buschendorf with a few pirouettes.
He was a whirling dervish.
And again, typical Buschendorf, right? That big smile afterwards, and I went, oh yeah, I traveled.
She just brings that spirit.
Oh, she's got
just
it.
Just a fun-loving, but really good overall athlete.
We've gotten to know her off the court, and that's what's so fun. As you follow these girls, you get to know them not only on the court but off the court. Good defense again by the Huskies inside. Knocking that one away. Lavoie, good job at the help inside.
O'Keefe back over to Shepler. Shepler on the drive. Here's Sikora. Oh, nice spin move. Andy Sikora to the hoop.
Oh, pretty. Like you said, that little spin move. Everybody kind of assumed she was going to take it to the right. She spun out of that, found it all the way going to the glass.
Huskies by 6. Pull-up jumper in and out for Colbeck. Loose
Good follow.
Klum will head to the line.
Yeah, Colbeck with a really nice lane jumper there. Didn't get it to go, but it said good follow.
So Klum to the line for 2 shots. We'll take this opportunity to tell you that Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They're now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances. Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Good scramble and some tough play by
look.
the Tigers. Another look by Klum, and another reset, and then a steal by the Huskies. The Tigers take it right back. Pretty intense action here in these last 15, 20 seconds. Oh, yeah.
Good job at Marshfield settling it back down, running their offense.
Emma Ridgway had an open look a couple times there. She passed up the three-pointer. Well, you know, Sparks, first game of a regular season, you've been in the gym, you've been practicing, you maybe had one scrimmage. You put the jerseys on for the first time, flip the lights on, and everybody's just raring to go.
Yeah, it's so different when you finally get a chance to play somebody else, somebody new. Like I said, all day in and day out, you're going against your friends, and now you get to put it on the floor against somebody else.
Foul goes on Hope Buschendorf. That's just her first.
Got a little jewelry that I had to get taken care of.
Timeout Huskies.
Huskies will take a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. Back with more basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Huskies have a 5-point lead, but Coach Deb Peterson took a timeout there, Sparks. I think the same kind of thing. Huskies just getting sped up a little bit and not as crisp on the passes and some of the cuts.
Yeah, which in return, in transition now, it's cost them on defensively, and they've picked up already 3 fouls here in the second half. Marshfield yet to pick up anything. Boy, here we go again, though. Marshfield missing the free throws. They're now 2 of 6 here the second half.
31-27 is our score. Haley O'Keefe picks up the dribble. Near side Sikora, back to O'Keefe. Good interior passing by the Huskies, but the Tigers knock it away. Now they're on the break. Layup, good.
Great job running the floor right there.
Lauren Katzenberger pulls her team within 2.
Great job running the floor.
Corner 3, O'Keefe. Yes, sir.
Again, she's got her feet set, waiting for that good pass. It's in the pocket and gone in such a hurry, she knocks it down.
Huskies have a 5-point lead now. Klum inside, kick out. Colbeck, no good. Battle for the rebound. Buschendorf had it, then hits the deck. Got tangled up there with Haley Klum.
Yeah, they're going to call that foul on Klum.
Ava O'Keefe back in from North.
That is Klum's 3rd foul, so something to keep track of there.
Ellie Jacobs back in for the Huskies. Yeah, Klum has been real integral to what the Tigers are doing. Just good play inside, just contributing in a lot of different ways. Right down the lane is Andy Sikora.
Yeah, Sikora going the right side and flip to her left hand to lay it in.
Biggest lead of the game for the Huskies. Step through. Klum got rejected.
Yeah, fourth block on the night for the Huskies.
Here's O'Keefe. Good extra passing by North. A three-pointer. Karam's off, and they get the offensive board. And we got a foul down on the baseline away from the ball.
Boy, that would have been pretty if Ava O'Keefe could have knocked that down. You saw the Huskies making that extra pass, finding the open player. Great ball movement right there.
So Addie Shepler will throw it in for the Huskies. Ellie Aller in for Marshfield as Klum sits down. O'Keefe, good closeout that time by Holm. O'Keefe goes baseline, no. Scramble for the rebound. Tigers come out of there with it. Now they're running. Kolbeck will pull it out.
Kolbeck, good job anticipating that rebound. Had a chance for a breakaway, but just lost control of it.
Baseline drive, kick out by Katzenberger. Huskies really playing those passing lanes. Kolbeck thought about it. Kolbeck swings it near side. Aller.
Couple of good cuts there by the Tigers, but they just happen to run into each other.
Knocked away by the Huskies. Shepler with the deflection. All the way up. Ellie O'Keefe for two.
Shepler, great job getting her hands in the passing lane, creating that fast break.
A 9-4 run to start this second half by the Huskies. On the drive, Kolbeck. Fouled by Sikora.
Yeah, Sikora a little bit too much with the hands. Anytime you put two hands on a dribbler, they're going to call that.
Haley Klum is back in for Marshfield, and I think Heidi Michaels saw that with Klum on the bench. Huskies were able to stretch that lead. And this is one of those sequences of the game that Huskies are really threatening to put some distance on the Tigers right now. Still plenty of time left. Over 13 minutes to go. But the Huskies have had the advantage in the second half. Good
nice
pass down low, but the shot coming up a little short. Emma Ridgway.
Yeah, Emma unable to finish that one. Good look.
Ava O'Keefe. Ellie O'Keefe.
Throws it up and draws the foul.
She's grinning, too. She knew exactly what she did.
Oh, exactly right. Yeah, she knew the defense was not set. So she simply dropped that shoulder, went into her, and drew the foul.
So Ellie O'Keefe already up to 18 points. Foul goes on Zadie Kolbeck. That's her second.
And for the Huskies, number 30, Haley Lavoie.
Haley Lavoie checks back in for the Huskies, one of the starters for North. One for two on that trip by O'Keefe. The Huskies have their first double-digit lead of this basketball game.
Yeah, a little crunch time right here now for the Tigers. They got to find a way to get a bucket here to keep close. Huskies are doing a great job defensively.
Inside, Klum kicks it out. In the corner, Kolbeck will launch. That three-pointer no good. Tipped out of bounds. They say last touch by the Huskies.
Huskies are just doing a great job of helping recover on defense. That ball goes inside. They are sinking two or three players around the basketball. When it gets kicked back out, they're recovering in time to not allow a shot.
Full timeout. We will take one as well. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. the only water that comes with a van.
Back at the doghouse, where the Eau Claire North Huskies lead the Marshfield Tigers by 10. Tigers will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Inbounds pass to Klum. Work it back up top. Three-pointer, no good. Mackenzie Holm. Huskies have it, looking to move the basketball up quickly. Jacobs. Cross-court pass to Shepler. Now back up top. Lavoie. Buschendorf at the high post. Back to Lavoie. Ava O'Keefe. Thought about that three-pointer. And gets it back to Lavoie. Lavoie will take it inside, and it did go off her foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, good help defense there. Knocked it out of her hands, and like you said, came down, went off her foot and out of bounds. So Tigers with a good defensive stop right there.
12 minutes to go, second half. Huskies led 29-25 at the break. On the drive, Lauren Katzenberg with a nice finish.
Yeah, real nice finish. Good aggressiveness. Picked up the basketball and stepped through to get to the hoop.
Right back the other way come the Huskies, but Addie Shepler.
Yeah, couldn't quite finish.
Now here's Marshfield. They got it back into single digits. Up top, Lemoyne. On the step through is Klum. She'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, she does a really nice job in the post there of getting that little pivot movement and stepping through and creating some distance as she tries to lay it in. And that's the second time now that she's gotten fouled on that move.
Klum's got good footwork.
Absolutely.
And she makes nice, decisive moves to the bucket. And she gives them that inside presence that they need. And that kind of opens up the perimeter for the shooters like Holm and Kolbeck.
Yeah, unfortunately tonight she's just not knocking down those free throws.
North foul went on Hope Buschendorf. That is her second. 0 for 2, and free throw shooting continuing to be an issue. Ava O'Keefe overlays it. Buschendorf with the putback.
Good hustle by Buschendorf to get down and follow up that layup.
Whistle, and we got a foul up top. It goes on Annie Sakara. Pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Willie Brote, under 11 minutes to go. Kick out. Katzenberger knocked away.
Ava O'Keefe on the pick.
Over to Ellie O'Keefe. Right down the lane, off the glass. No, Buschendorf was there for the rebound, maybe mistimed the jump. Holm thought about the three, but the Huskies able to close out. Kolbeck, dribble handoff. Holm will collect it. Holm gets the high pick. Now Klum. Klum will drive on Buschendorf. Buschendorf able to stay vertical, got a piece of it. Comes away with the basketball. How about that ball handling by O'Keefe? Ava O'Keefe now. Brote.
It up.
It's a held ball. The Huskies will keep it. Fleet Farm's layaway program is here to help you make this year's holiday shopping easier than ever. Get the biggest and best gifts secured before they're gone and enjoy convenient payment and storage options. Learn more about Fleet Farm's layaway program. Visit any store or head to fleetfarm.com. And Tuffle gets it in to Ellie O'Keefe. Deflected, Huskies get it back. And Tuffle to Buschendorf, looking for that back cut. Instead, Ava O'Keefe. Here's Brote. Inside, Buschendorf in traffic, and they're going to get the foul on the Tigers. It goes on Mackenzie Holm.
Yeah, Holm diving down in there trying to dig the ball out, but got a piece of Buschendorf as she was trying to kick it out.
3 subs in for the Huskies.
For the Tigers, number 13.
Tigers will bring Lauren Katzenberger back in. Got 9:06 remaining in the second half. Huskies have led pretty much the whole way. There was just one sequence in that first half where Tigers took a 22-20 lead, but then a O'Keefe 3 put North back in the lead and maintained that lead ever since. Foul goes on Gracie Ridgway. That is her second.
Yeah, Tigers 5th here in the second half.
Here's Lavoie. Now Shepler. Good closeout. Ava O'Keefe.
Oh, had the good drive, passed on the layup.
Good effort by Shepler to O'Keefe, who hits the runner.
Ellie O'Keefe will not pass that up. Great drive and lays it in.
Huskies back up by 10. 8.5 left.
Ellie O'Keefe up to 21 now for the game.
3-pointer, Kolbeck.
Kolbeck, that was huge for the Tigers.
Yeah, gets him back within single digits.
Oh, great crossover. Oh.
Couldn't keep it in bounds. Good effort by Ava O'Keefe. Tigers will get Mackenzie Holm back in the lineup.
Would have liked to seen Jacobs actually finish that at the hoop. Great crossover move to get to the paint. I think if she just would have been strong picking it up, she could have laid that one in.
Kolbeck will walk it up for the Tigers, who trail by 7 with just over 8 minutes left. Here's Ridgway. Kolbeck. Over to Holm. Huskies thought they had the steal, but
yeah, they're going to get Ava O'Keefe on the reach there.
So Ava O'Keefe gets the foul. That's her second, but it's the 7th team foul on the Huskies this half. So the rest of the way, Tigers will be in the bonus. And as you know, Sparks, that's the best way to make up ground is if you can hit free throws while the clock is stopped.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about it earlier that if the Tigers can knock down some free throws, they'll stay right in this. And unfortunately, early here in the second half, they missed a couple, and that's what stretched the lead. But now they're back within 5.
2-2, and quick 5-0 run by the Tigers to make this a game. O'Keefe for 3.
Oh, how about that? Almost get the turnover. It's a loose ball. Kick it out to Ellie O'Keefe, and she just knocks down the 3.
She's up to 24 points. Tigers have time, but they have to be really efficient when they've got the basketball.
There's a good look
that time. They get the offensive rebound. Klum kicks it back out. There's a good cut by Katzenberger.
And before the shot.
They won't get the and one, but it's going to put Zadie Kolbeck on the line for the Tigers. Ava O'Keefe just picked up her 3rd foul. Hope Buschendorf will check in for Ava O'Keefe now. Kolbeck at the line. She's leading the Tigers in scoring with 14. Holm has 11. Offensive rebound and the putback.
Big play after the missed free throw.
Emma Ridgway.
And again, it just keeps Tigers hanging around.
46-40 now. Huskies with Lavoie. Lavoie trying to get all the way to the bucket.
Illegal screen by the Huskies.
Huskies
that's going to go against
set
Buschendorf.
The illegal screen. Yep. Buschendorf picks up the foul, and that is her 3rd. Now, Desi Ford has been sitting for She played maybe one
30
sequence.
seconds?
Yeah, 15, 20 sec, whatever it is. So she's got 4, but at some point now with Buschendorf 3, you'd want one of those post players in there at some point. Marshfield trying to get closer. It's knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Haley Klum.
Yeah, I think you're the point now of the second half that you could easily come back with Ford now.
We have a timeout on the floor. We will take one as well. Back with the final 6:25 of this one. You're watching girls high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Find Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Huskies have the basketball. Final 6.5 minutes of this one. They lead by 6, but credit to Marshfield. A couple times the second half, the Huskies got up by 10. Oh, nice back cut. But O'Keefe couldn't quite finish.
Great look by Lavoie right there, catching her on that backdoor cut.
6 minutes to go. Marshfield down by 6. Still anybody's game here at the Doghouse. Klum. Kick out Colbeck. Colbeck on the drive.
Oh,
nice dump
dish.
down in the finish to Klum.
Great drive and dish by Colbeck right there. And all of a sudden the Tigers back within 4, Bob.
Desi Ford getting set to check back in. Near turnover. Buschendorf pulls it away. It's a held ball. Possession arrow pointing the way of Marshfield.
Well, and here comes Ford again. We talked about good opportunity to get her back into the game with just about 5.5 to play.
Desi Ford and Ava O'Keefe in for the Huskies. Ellie O'Keefe looks to be laboring just a little bit. I'll keep an eye on that situation. So, leading scorer for the Huskies is trying to walk something off a little bit.
Yeah,
Didn't
looks
really
like
see it.
she took something to the thigh. Almost looks like maybe a knee to the thigh.
Oh, Ford on the good defense.
Good defense again. They'll tie it up. Goes back to the Huskies.
And that's what Ford gives you. Ford gives you that defender who's really good at anticipating passes and able to play physical down low but without fouling.
Yeah, she showed that early in the first half, all that good help side defense. Unfortunately, the Huskies just turned it over on the inbounds.
Well, and this is where you've got your leading scorer and your best ball handler out of the game for the moment for the Huskies.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to her. You're right. I was really surprised that she was sitting, but I just figured, okay, they'll get her a 30-second break here and get her back in. But you're right. She's been taken off by the trainer now and getting looked at.
5 minutes to go, second half.
There's Ford again on the help.
Good heads-up play by Emma Ridgway. But again, Ford doing such a nice job of anticipating passes and getting a hand in the passing lane and doing all those little things.
Yeah, the only reason she got in foul trouble is she started reaching a little bit. If she doesn't do that, she's really going to help them.
Bounce pass goes awry that time. They're trying to feed it to Klum. Now the Huskies will swing it. Ford, baseline jumper, no. Ball caroms to the Tigers. Down 4.
They just left her wide open
and
for 3.
And home open. Look, couldn't hit it. Huskies fortunate that time. Now a steal by the Tigers, and once again, it's about the third time tonight a Marshfield player
you did notice that.
has been real heads up and tosses it off the foot and get it out of bounds.
Yeah, that is obviously something that they have worked on, and the coaches talked about, that if you get trouble, you get trapped on the corner of the baseline, throw it off the defender, let it get out of bounds.
Yeah, Coach Heidi Michaels is a college player back in the day, and longtime coach. It's just little things, those little details.
Yep.
So now the Tigers down by 4. A little over 4 minutes to go. Ellie O'Keefe at the scorer's table, ready to check back in. So whatever was ailing her is evidently a little better. Colbeck. Step back 3.
Big.
Ring it up.
Big. Makes it a 1-point game, just under 4 to play.
Zadie Colbeck now with 17 points. And Ava O'Keefe left the feet, came down. It's a travel on the Huskies. Now Ellie O'Keefe back in for North.
Yeah, Ava O'Keefe caught that one in the corner, was thinking she'd go ahead and take that shot from the corner, and all of a sudden Marshfield closed out on her, was about to block it, and she just came back down.
So the Tigers, it's been a long time since they led. It was 22-20 in the first half. North took the lead right back with a 3. Marshfield with a chance to take the lead as we go down the stretch here at the Doghouse. Open look, Colbeck, no good. Rebound, O'Keefe, she gets fouled.
Only the team's 6, so that's not going to put the Huskies on the line yet, but the next one will.
Foul goes on Mackenzie Holm. That is her 4th. I think we're at that phase of the game where Holm will stay in, and Coach Michaels will have to tell her, hey, you got 4.
Just taking her out for a little bit here. So she's going to sit her just probably 30 seconds to a minute at most.
Yeah, it might be one of those offensive defensive substitutions as well.
Good call.
O'Keefe inside, Ford in the lane,
Strong
in the
move.
bucket.
Big hoop for the Huskies right there.
North by 3 with just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh.
Inside, but off the hands of Klum.
Klum was left wide open. There was a misplay on the defense for the Huskies, but that pass was just a little too high.
If that pass was more to her right hand, she's got an open layup.
Yeah, absolutely.
She had to spin. She was leaning to the basket, had to spin the other way, couldn't corral it. Ava O'Keefe on the kick out. In trouble, Sikora held ball. This time the possession arrow.
Back to
pointing the
Marshfield.
way of the Tigers. And Heidi Michaels is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 2:52 to go. Second half. It's a good one. Huskies by 3. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
.252 remaining second half. Got a good one going here at the Doghouse between Eau Claire North and Marshfield. First game of the regular season for both these teams. Tigers have it, down by 3 coming out of the timeout.
Bob, I just go back to what you talked about in the pregame for Marshfield. Just keep it close. Give yourself a chance to win it down the stretch, and that's exactly what they've done here in the second half.
Good job that time by Klum to come out and help out the ball handler. Had picked up the dribble. Open look. Colbeck, it's short. Rebound, Huskies in trouble on the baseline. They get it out of there. O'Keefe to O'Keefe. Ellie to Ava for 2.
Ava, good job busting out when she saw that rebound going to the Huskies, and Ellie found her deep.
5-point lead for North. Colbeck up top. Gets the high pick from Klum. Back to Colbeck. Emma Ridgway, hassled by Ava O'Keefe. Colbeck on the drive, picks up the dribble. Kick out. From the perimeter, no good. Klum. Huskies can afford to run a little clock here.
Absolutely.
Up by 5.
Yeah, don't need to force anything right here. Pull it back out and run that clock.
Huskies content to just take some time off the clock. Forward with it. Now Ava O'Keefe. And Ava O'Keefe fouled by Zadie Colbeck. That's the 7th team foul this half on the Tigers. It'll put Ava O'Keefe at the line. Eddie Shepler back in for North.
Good job by the Huskies, though, in that offensive set. You know, that's that experience coming through. There are a lot of juniors and seniors, a lot of minutes from last year, knowing that you do not have to attack the hoop. Let's just spread the floor, run the clock.
So here's Ava O'Keefe, 4 points. Some big free throws coming here. If the free throw is pure, 51-45 Huskies with a minute 23 left. Two at 2, clutch free throws. Ava O'Keefe, it's a 7-point margin. Time not on the side of the Tigers.
Good help again from the Huskies. Oh, they're going to get a foul call going up.
Tried the step through. Huskies players thought they had ball. But the foul goes on Addie Shepler. Had a couple sets of hands in there trying to knock it away. So Zadie Colbeck to the line. She's got 17 points. Hope Buschendorf will check in for North.
It's the first time Ford and Buschendorf have been on the floor together. I think that's strictly for a defensive situation where they can really rebound and take care of the basketball on the boards.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Sparks. Yeah, you get your 2 bigs in there. You want to box out here if you're North. But Colbeck knocks them both down. Back to a 5-point game. Tigers trying to pick up the pressure. Ellie O'Keefe.
They're going to try to chase her down and double team.
Ava O'Keefe out of the corner, and it's good.
You talk about a dagger. Hit a 3 from the corner.
6-point hand on it.
Yeah, good anticipate. Klum.
Steal or the line for the Huskies. Trying to extend this 6-point lead, and she does.
Great job of the Huskies down the stretch, knocking down those free throws.
Two at 2. 8-point lead. Near steal by the Huskies. Inside, off the glass, no. Tough shot by Klum, and then she'll commit the foul in the back court. And you're starting to see some smiles on the faces of the Huskies as they're just 15.2 seconds away from picking up their first win of the year.
Yeah, great job by the Huskies down the stretch, taking care of the basketball, hitting a big 3 from the corner from Ava O'Keefe, and then knocking down their free throws to ice this one.
Not that time for O'Keefe, but it's an 8-point lead. The Huskies in the driver's seat. How about that help side defense, Ava O'Keefe?
Yeah, Ava came all the way from outside the top of the key, anticipated that pass going to the side and just knocked it away.
Out of the corner, no good. Ava O'Keefe the rebound, and we're going to get a whistle and a held ball with 0.4 left in the clock. North fans applauding, and that's a solid effort by the Huskies start to finish. Both teams did a lot of good things. They'll learn a lot from this one, but this one is in the books. Eau Claire North wins its opener 57-49 over the Marshfield Tigers. Leading scorers of the game for North Huskies, Ellie O'Keefe had 24, Ava O'Keefe, Hope Buschendorf 9 apiece. For the Marshfield Tigers, Zadie Kolbeck led the way with 19, Mackenzie Holm had 11, Haley Klum with 9. Sparks, really good game for a first matchup of the regular season.
Yeah, it really was. Like you said, they did a lot of transition stuff. They both teams, I think, tried to run up and down, but took care of the basketball, as well as you could for the first game. It really came down to just a couple things. You got Ellie O'Keefe, who was an absolute premier shot maker from the three, and she knocked him down tonight to really stretch it out. And then unfortunately for Marshfield, they just didn't make those free throws, and that was quite evident to start the second half when it was the game was kind of getting away from them, and they missed some free throws, and it just kind of stretched it out. And the same thing coming down to the wire. North came up to the free throw line and knocked them down just to ice it. So just a couple things here and there made the difference, and the Huskies walk out of here with the first victory of the year.
Coming up next will be the postgame show, brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That's coming up next. You've been watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or a capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
All right, welcome back to the Doghouse. Eau Claire North girls basketball victorious over Marshfield tonight, 57-49, joined by Ellie O'Keefe. You led the way with 24 points. So many of your players got a lot of court time last year, and from our perspective with Coach Barger and I watching this game, it just looked like everybody has made that jump. Mm-hmm. How much more confident is the group this year compared to last year?
Yeah, we're way more confident. We got all of us are friends. We got 2 more posts back, so it feels good. And we're just here to win some games and play some fast basketball. Because we got some quickness too.
Yeah, you do, and you've got some elements. You got the post players, your defender. You're always looking to run too. Mm-hmm. How much more comfortable is everybody second year with Coach Peterson? I mean, last year everything was new, but now you guys have had that. You've got just more familiarity. And one of the things I noticed too is just how quickly you get that ball up the floor.
Yeah, we're pretty confident. We're all fast, so we all know what to do. I trust my teammates more than anything in their transition. They're all athletic. They all could score buckets, and I just trust them a lot, and we're super confident with playing this kind of basketball.
In this game tonight, Marshfield made a couple runs at you. They're a good team. They're especially talented in the backcourt, and they got an inside presence too. But every time they kind of made that run, especially in the second half, you guys had an answer. What did you guys do well during that second half?
Well, we're trying to, when they score a basket, we're trying to go as fast as we can just to go back and score another one. And transition super fast, so they can't really react to them scoring.
So you lead the way with 24, but Hope Buschendorf, back from that injury last year, she had 9. Your sister Ava had 9, including that three-pointer down there down the stretch.
I was like, Ava, you better make this. You better make this.
How much fun is that, playing with your twin sister?
It's so much fun.
You do it in volleyball, you do it in basketball.
Yeah, she's my best friend. I can't do anything without her. I trust her more than anything, and I'm super proud of her, and I'm just confident in her.
Last question for you. What's the upside for this team? What's kind of the goal going forward now?
Well, we're just trying to win some games, just trying to play as best as we can.
All right. Well, here's the deal now. Since you're the leading scorer, you get to be in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. Remember how that works?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get out of the way, and then you just look in the camera and you say, I'm Ellie O'Keefe, and I'm in the house.
I'm Ellie O'Keefe. I'm out of the house.
All right, Ellie O'Keefe, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. We'll
Thank
see
you
you and the Huskies down the road. That's going to do it for our webcast tonight. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for Dom Millay making his debut as our videographer and producer, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the